Hey everyone, Digital David here. Today in this video, we're going to be unboxing and reviewing the XVIM wireless battery-powered security camera. They did send me this product review, but any opinion expressed in this video is strictly my own. That being said, if you're interested in this item, the link to it will be in my video description below. Please go ahead, check it out, and do your shopping from there. Here's how it comes packaged to you in a nice and simple retail box. It's very simple with just one sticker and a barcode letting you know what's inside the box. This camera features full 1080p HD, night vision, two-way audio, motion detection, cloud and SD card storage. It supports up to 128 gigabyte micro SD cards, and it features a 6,000 milliamp hour battery that can last anywhere from 2 all the way up to 5 months depending on use. Now let's go ahead, let's open it up and look at the package contents. Here are all the package contents. First up, you have your user manual right here, complete with step-by-step instructions showing you how to download and set everything up. They even have QR codes to the Cloud Edge app for iOS and Android devices. Next, you can see we have our 2 different mounting options. So we have your traditional mount right here with the included screws and wall anchors for you to secure the camera to a wall or ceiling. Next, we have our magnetic mount with included screws and wall anchors that you can see right here. We can look at it from the other side as well. So you would just secure a screw into a wall or wood or any sort of material, and then you can just slide it right into place, as you can see right there. Next, we have some 3M sticky backs. So this is adhesive if you want to stick them to the magnetic base without actually using screws. For a less permanent option, you have that choice as well. Next, you can see we have our USB Type A to micro USB charging and power cable right here. And then last but not least, we have the camera itself. So you can see the front of the camera. We can look at it from the bottom. We do have a threaded slot to use the included adapter mount if we want. We can look at it from the back as well too. You can see our magnet for this mount right here. So it's a very strong magnet, as you can see. And then we also have our speaker port on the back with battery IP camera and the model number A3. We also have a grommet that we can remove right here. And this will show us all of the ports on the camera. So you can see we got our power button. We have our reset pin if we ever need to reset the camera. We have our micro USB charging port. And then we have our micro SD card slot as well with the directions showing you how to insert the micro SD card. Make sure if you're using this camera outside that you always keep this in place to keep that weatherproof. Then we can look at it from the top back to the front so we can see it from each side. Really a nice camera, very small and compact, can fit comfortably in your hand just to gauge the size for you. Now guys, on your iOS or Android devices, go ahead, download the Cloud Edge app and let's set this up. Once you open up the Cloud Edge app, you'll be at this screen where it's going to show you your devices. In this case, we need to add this camera. So go ahead, select the big green circle with the plus icon to add a device. Now we need to select which device we're going to add. Select battery camera. Now we need to power on the device. So go ahead, push the power button at the back of the device. Then select next. Now we need to reset the device. So use the included pin and push it in the reset spot on the back. Hold it down for about 4 or 5 seconds. Then the light will start flashing. So there we go. We're ready. We just reset the device. We heard that noise and we have a solid red light. Let's wait for it to start flashing. Now it's flashing. We can go on to the next step. So now we need to connect to a 2.4 gigahertz Wi-Fi network. Make sure you're connected to a 2.4 gigahertz Wi-Fi network before you proceed. Then select next. Now we need to face the camera with the mobile device that we're using to set everything up. So go ahead, select next. It's going to have a QR code for us to use. There we go. So it was successfully scanned. Now we can select next. And it's going to work on connecting the device the rest of the way. So it took less than 20 seconds for everything to register and get set up. So you can see we have our device right there. We can edit the name if we want, or we can go ahead and select done. Now that we selected done, we can go into the camera now and view all of its settings. So from this spot in the app, we have a lot of different settings that we can go over. We can see our thumbnail right there and our play button to enter into a live view of the camera. We also have a play button with a little message icon to view our previous alerts, but we currently don't have any alerts or messages right there. Then we also have a cloud option as well. If we want to view our cloud footage, we can select the cloud icon and we can try our 7-day free trial if we want. Then we can go back. You can see at the bottom, we're currently in the devices tab, but we also have a messages tab. So we can share the device. We can view our alarm messages or our system messages as well. And then we have our last tab, the Me tab. So we can share the device again, view pictures and videos once we have some recorded. Then we can also get some troubleshooting help down at the bottom. And we have a More section as well for a couple more features within the app that we can change or clear if we want right here. Now let's go back to devices. Now we're ready to enter the live view of the camera. So go ahead, select the play button with the thumbnail. And now we're entering into the camera so we can see it in real time. We have a lot of settings to go over on the screen. So the first setting we're gonna look at is in the top right-hand corner. Go ahead, select those 3 dots. Once it loads, we'll be able to change and view a lot of the device settings. So we have our email address, we have the device name, we can turn notifications on or off, we can share the device with a tutorial video down there showing you how to do that. We can view device information, we can change basic functions, so we can rotate the view of the camera depending on how we have it mounted. We can set up night vision right here to be on, off, or automatic. We have our speaker volume as well, 0 to 100, and we have our power management right here showing us the power supply and the remaining battery. We can go back out as well too, and we have our detection alarm settings. So we can adjust it from low, medium, or high to get monitored if a human stands in front of the device and it will give you an alarm. We can go back out too, we can view our SD card. So once it loads, it's going to show us the card capacity and then the remaining capacity. We can also format the card as well. We can go out again and we can view our cloud storage service. So we can activate a free 7-day trial if we want. And then we have our device version and we can also delete the device. Now we can go back and we can see the live view again. And we can look at all the features at the bottom of the app. So we can see our bit rate. We can see our Wi-Fi signal strength. We have our live view. We can take a screenshot if we want. So we can go ahead, we can select that. And it was successfully saved. We can view it at the Me page. We have our intercom. We have our record button. And we have our motion detection too. So we can turn that on or off really quickly with just the tap of our finger. And now we can start recording as well too. So we're recording this video right now, and then we can stop recording. That's going to save successfully to our device. Then we can view our history. So once we have a history, it'll show up right here. And then we can browse by date on a calendar. And then we also have our screenshot options as well, and our record depending on how much footage we have stored on this camera. Then we have our cloud section as well if we wanted to activate that service. Don't forget you have a free trial. And then we go back to the live view again, and you can see currently on the screen, we have the audio on and we're in standard def. But once it loads, and depending on your internet speeds in your mobile device, you can change that to full 1080p HD if you want. So there we go. We're going to change it to HD right now. We can also view it in full screen, and we even have a nice battery level indicator near the top right hand corner you can see in the picture, showing us how much battery is left for this camera. Now let's try out two-way audio.
Testing out the two-way audio right now. Don't forget we have the camera volume level set to 100% for the speaker. When you want to use two-way audio, just go ahead, push down the intercom button to talk, and hold it down while you're talking, and then release it when you're done talking.
Now we have the camera installed outside, and the picture quality looks great during the day, so you can see the nice daylight footage we're getting right now. We can see all the surrounding structures and everything in clear detail. We're showing our Wi-Fi signal strength is still around 60-61%, and we can see our bit rate fluctuating as well. Everything's really clear, really crisp. You can make out all the necessary details that you would need to in the event that you need to look back at your footage, or if you just want to watch it in real time. Don't forget we can take a screen grab right here. We can also record video if we want. It's recording. We can stop it. It'll save to our phone. We could talk into the intercom again if we wanted. Say our pet's out in the yard. We could talk to our pet. We can turn motion detection on or off. And don't forget, you can change the human detection on or off in the basic device settings that we showed earlier. Then we can go to our history tab now again. Don't forget, you can browse by day and time using the calendar feature. Once you find a clip, you can see we have a clip here now. We could take a screenshot of it if we wanted, or we could start recording it. And then we also have our alarm section right here. So you can see we did have some motion detection earlier in the day, and the alarm triggered a notification for us. So that's really nice. You can just hit the X to get rid of the alarm notifications. We have that plus icon as well right here. So we have a nice slider so we can see the footage and the alarm notifications as well. So you can browse by color right there. So keep that in mind as you're scrubbing through your footage once you have, a couple weeks worth of footage to scrub through. And then again, we have our cloud option if we wanted to activate cloud. Now we're testing out the camera's night vision. You can see it's pitch black outside and there's no other lights illuminating the yard. It's just the camera lens. Towards the left-hand side in the top, you can see there's a couple of lens flares from the street lights and a house light that's pretty far away. Just reposition your camera away from those really bright light sources to keep that at a minimum, but we can still make out the structure, the yard, the driveway, and we'll still be able to get our motion detection. Now I want to show you guys really quick from the taskbar. If we pull that down, you can see what an alert message and notification looks like right here, and you can select it and it will take you right into the mobile app. So the camera works as advertised, and it truly is a wire-free wireless security camera. Everything was really easy to use and operate, and it's really simple to install the camera since you have so many different options and mounts to use. That being said, I'd like to see some improvements made to the Cloud Edge app in the future, specifically in regards to camera controls. I'd love to see more manual options, exposure, contrast, even the resolution. I'd like to see, instead of the HD and the SD option, I wish you could pick the resolution, 240p, 480p, 720p, or 1080p. Also, in regards to the motion alerts, I'd love to see a grid on the screen where you could select individual areas to get notified for motion activity or to not be notified. I also want to point out, I've reviewed this camera on my channel in the past under other brands. So if you're in the market for this camera and you see another one that looks identical to it, chances are they come from the exact same manufacturer that then sells them off to wholesalers and other companies that then rebrand them to their own specific brand and sell them to you. So you're gonna get the exact same experience because you're getting the exact same camera, and they're both gonna use the Cloud Edge app, as you could see in this video. So if you have two brands and you gotta make a decision for identical cameras, pick the cheapest option to save yourself some money. I also want to point out too, there's a really cool accessory out there that's a solar panel that you can actually plug into the camera with micro USB. I'll link to that in the video description below. Be sure to check that out too if you never want to recharge the camera again and you don't want to worry about running wires. Well, that concludes our video. Thank you so much for watching, and don't forget the product link will be in our video description below. Please go ahead, check it out, and do your shopping from there. Any purchase made through that link helps support our channel at no additional cost to you, and we're really grateful and thankful for all of your support. While you're at it, can you go ahead and hit that like button for us? And subscribe to our channel. We have new content coming out daily, and we don't want you to miss anything going on around here. Drop a comment below too. We can't wait to hear from you guys. And while you're at it, please follow us online: Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Twitch, WeChat, Discord, TikTok. You can even check out our website and join our free newsletter. Thank you so much for watching, and we can't wait to see you in our next video.